Deliberations are back underway in the Manhattan District's business fraud election interference hush money case. Now, this morning, the jury did get the testimony they asked for reread. They asked for, via a note yesterday, to hear some testimony from David Pecker talking about a phone call he had with Donald Trump. There was some testimony from David Pecker about the Karen McDougal story, and then testimony from Michael Cohen and David Pecker about a meeting both of them had at Trump Tower with Donald Trump. Now, as far as what this testimony means, that is anybody's guess. And it is pure speculation. You're going to hear people on both sides saying, oh, well, this is a good sign for Donald Trump because they're listening to this testimony. They must clearly be ready to discount Michael Cohen, or they're looking for inconsistencies. We don't know what's going on inside that jury room. Only those 12 people actually know what is really going on. And they're looking at whatever evidence they think they need to look at. There was a lot. They went through 5 or 6 weeks of testimony, 4 days a week, 22 witnesses. So they're going to ask for and listen to a lot of this testimony again. Now, the other thing that they did was they got reread some of the jury instructions. Now, New York does not allow the judge to send a copy of instructions with the jurors. If they need to rehear part of it, they have to do it like this. They have to go back into the courtroom, and the judge has to read the transcript has to be reread to them that way. But just a reminder, part of the judge's instructions was that the jury must reach a unanimous verdict on each charge. I've been hearing things, especially some things coming from Donald Trump himself and some of his supporters, saying that the judge said it doesn't have to be unanimous. One guy in a comment section said it took only 4 jurors to convict. That's not a thing. It takes all 12 to convict. The judge just said that because there's some stuff with how these crimes were elevated to felonies, is that they involved other crimes that don't necessarily have to be charged. And he said the jury doesn't have to be unanimous in determining what other crimes were involved in that part of it. The example I'm going to say is, if you're looking at the payment to Stormy Daniels and him calling it legal fees when it's not, if that's the crime you're looking at, and then some people might think that, he was just trying to get away with and not, and maybe commit tax fraud. Some people might think he's trying to do the election, interfere with the election. The jury does not have to agree on either one of those two things, but as long as they agree that he falsified the record to commit another crime, then they can say, okay, he's guilty. That's what the judge said they don't have to be unanimous on. So you're going to see people talking about how the judge doesn't have to be unanimous. They don't know what they're talking about. They're clearly not paying attention, and they don't know how any of this works.